Good evening, everyone. It's Karen. Thank you for joining me. Before we continue, I'm assuming you're watching this on my YouTube channel. Please take a moment, give me a thumbs up so other people are aware of me, and also subscribe and also click that little bell so you'll be told when I have another video, which I do twice a week. I'm talking tonight about stalling, the whys and why nots. That's a big subject. So hopefully, I'm not going to go over 20 minutes. Um, why do we stall? We stall out of fear, we stall out of guilt. We stall thinking that if we go any further or faster in what we want to do, or perhaps what somebody else wants us to do, in our best interest, then something will befall us. It could be simply that you're going to fail, or you don't think you have enough information. I love that one. That's the ego, 100%. Or that if you do something and follow it through, someone's going to get hurt. Now, that harm can come in various ways. It can be feeling that it could be that the other person feels insulted. It could be that they feel threatened. It could be that they feel that you've taken over their territory, that you are an authority trying to control their lives. Um, a multitude of things can travel through your mind simply to stall. Stalling is of the ego 100% of the time. The ego doesn't want you to go anywhere. It wants you to stay in prison. It wants to keep you nice and cozy and warm and asleep. It wants you to continue the dream. Hi, Val. It wants you to continue the dream of isolation, guilt, sin, fear, abandonment, pain. Okay? That's its livelihood. So when you stall, you're giving a vote to the ego. I want you to know that. Another terminology used for the ego is the old man. Pretty old since we began. So why we stall, we justify stalling. We say it's not the right time. It's not the right place. It's not the right person. It's not the right circumstance. It's not the right day of the week, time of day, month of the year, the year. Let's wait. Wait until later. Waiting is stalling. And if you have excess WEIGHT, take a look at what you're waiting about. WAITING. Guaranteed there's something there. And yes, you can be slender and wait. And you can be overweight and not be someone who waits, perhaps. My experience is that that's not the truth. The levels of waiting, of stalling, are incredible. It's kind of like taking an express elevator and having it be an hour long and not even being halfway down. Okay, it's just endless. And as many years as I have taken on not stalling, I still stall. I stutter. I hesitate. I procrastinate. And I catch myself. I laugh and I take the bull by the horns and I charge ahead. Now, so that's the whys. Why nots is about the same thing. Okay, so we give all kinds of reasons for stalling. We give we give endless reasons for stalling. It is one of our main stumbling blocks to manifesting. So let me tell you something about manifesting. You want to know why you are still waiting around for Mr. Right? for the gold at the end of the rainbow, for your opportunity for a better job, for your health to improve, to get pregnant, any and all desires that you wish that are on the back burner. Take a real hard look at how often you stall, how often you put things off, how often you put other things off, other people off, how often you forget, quote unquote, to send that email, to mail that bill. How often do you stall? What percentage of your day is in stalling? Pardon me. I have made concerted effort in my own life. And I just get out of bed. I don't start my day stalling. I get my butt out of bed and I get to it. And I sit at my laptop here and I start coaching or I start teaching online on the Facebook groups that I run with all the other people who help me run it, including the members. And I get dishes done and I get my laundry done and I get things cooking and I put things together. And then I'm off and running elsewhere. I work a job here and two jobs elsewhere, not jobs, careers. And my clients rely on me to be on time, to be prepared, to be who I am in their lives. All my clients. I have a multitude of clients. I have many coaching clients. I have many um, unofficial coaching clients that like to get coached for free, and I'm cutting them off. These teats are getting really tired of being sucked dry. Okay, this is coming to an end on the groups, not only with me but all my other coaches and my team members. We are putting a kibosh on that, and the hammer falls really hard now. And I've stopped stalling on that. Okay, one of the reasons we stall is to give a person another chance. Think about that. Why give them another chance to do the same thing over and over again? How many times have you bailed somebody out? Giving them a chance, okay? Because they made promises. They're stalling in their life. How many stallers do you have in your life? Here's a scenario that happens a lot. You call a repairman. Okay, ma'am, we'll be there a week from Tuesday. Meanwhile, you can't do laundry, or you don't have a refrigerator and it's 100 degrees temperature, or your oven is out and you have to bake meals, okay, to prepare, and your range is out too, so you can't cook anything, okay? Your heater is out, okay? So what if everything is out? You wait? Hell no, I kick ass. I get somebody over right away, and that's empowerment. When you take the reins and you make things happen now, that is telling the ego to go to hell. Now, not everything needs to be done that way. And some things do take time to germinate. If a part is on order from to fix your car and it isn't an emergency, no big deal. Hi, Claudia, honey. What shoes do you have on right now? I have socks on. Claudia is our ambassador of pretty shoes, by the way. So, and her feet are absolutely adorable. She's adorable. Okay. So, how do you like being in a relationship, a romantic relationship with a guy who says, I'll give you the answer later. Let me think about it. The longer they take, the more the ego writes up a, a 10-page legal document that that will just blow you away, stating no thank you for the opportunity to grow. That was presented to me because I allowed my former SP, I allowed him to stall for 4 days. You probably would not have wanted to be in the room when I got that phone call. I threw the phone across the room. I hung up on him. I dissed him. I made mincemeat out of him, out of his ego, by the way. And I severed the ties that bound me to stalling. Okay. So I've had relationships that stalled. I don't stall anymore. I don't have relationships, current relationships that stall. They know I don't stall. They don't give me any stalls. I tell them to jump, they jump, and they get results. So I want you to know if you become a coaching client of mine, you are going to get places real quickly. Oh, yeah, but what if I don't really know what I want? That's a stall. All you have to do is realize what you don't want, reverse it, then go for it. Empowerment is current tense, right now, this instant. Well, what if I make a mistake? Oh, and get this, guys. Don't ever say this to me. What if God doesn't want me to fill in the blank? You mean your ego? God gives you instantly the keys to the kingdom. He showers you, absolutely showers you. Right now, current tense, does not wait, does not hesitate, does not procrastinate, doesn't wait until your birthday. Every day is your day, your moment. Now, the statement that is used often is something like in God's time or when things are aligned. Um, I want you to know what that means. When you stop stalling, when you stop hesitating, when you stop procrastinating, when you give the message, you mean business and you mean it now. And don't give me any excuses. There's no reason why things cannot occur for you in the moment. You're incredibly dynamic and you can instantaneously have what you want. Now, clearly, if you want open heart surgery, you're going to have to schedule, you're going to have to go to the doctor, you're going to have to go to the surgeon, you're going to have to go to the specialist, you're going to have to get your family involved in this, you're going to have to call the insurance company. There are pieces that you have to do in order to have a major situation happen. Then get busy, okay? Just get busy. I'm moving to Sacramento in July. I have 1,000 pieces. I'm putting them together. I get my ass out of bed on time and I start with the move. I start moving myself. I am in Sacramento. Therefore, I make my bed, brush my teeth, take a shower, coach. There's no difference between now living in Boise, Idaho, and living in Sacramento. I live in Sedona, Sacramento, Boise, Idaho. Okay? And it's amazing. It's transformational. And if you are a coaching client of mine and choose to do so, next March 10th through the 15th, I am taking a dozen coaching clients on an excursion to Sedona, and we are going to rock the world. You can contact me if you're a coaching client of mine for 60 days. You can say, hey, count me in, and then I'll send you the details. Okay. Now, one thing I want to talk to you about stalling. My former SP, when he's starting to get his shit, guess what he does? He flies all over for his work. All of a sudden, the plane flight home gets stalled. Not just once, multitude of times. 4 times this past week on one trip. And that's telling me his state. His state is installing. Of course it is. Okay. Now, and it's always emotional stalling for him. Um, and I want to take a moment to really hone this in. Stalling is a stalling against emotional reactions. Okay, you don't want to feel, and therefore you're going to control the situation. Stalling is always control. You want to take God and push him away. And you want to control him by dictating when something is supposed to go. And right now you're telling him not now, and you wonder why your good isn't happening. Give me a break, guys. Okay? Okay, so going back to deep feelings, I got tired of having a man in my life who stalled. I got effing fed up, and I continued on, and I got the support around me to experience the deep emotions of incredible love and support. I have moved mountains since last May. And going to Sedona last July, I think, was just part of it. The amount of people who are movers and shakers in my life are incredibly dynamic, and it went exponential. You cannot control the state, guys. Once you have a desire, it takes you. Okay? Put your helmet on, put your safety belt on, and say, yeehaw. Put your spurs on too. It's a wild ride. And you get carried away. You get so scared just thinking about it, you stall. Stalling, remember, is fear. Fear is guilt. You think you're going to get hurt or hurt somebody else. And then you go back into memory mode. All memories are made in the moment of now. They are all imagined to support your state of fear and guilt and to support your self concept. I can't, or else I'll hurt somebody. I just might shake them up. I might just be a threat. I was told that most of my life, and I ballsed up. And one day I stood tall and said, you better effing believe it. I am a threat. And I laughed and laughed and laughed. And I've stood in that state from that moment on. Guys, let's get real. The only reason you're not getting this is because you're pretending to not get it and you're stalling. If any one of my videos went viral, I would want this one here, to go ballistic. I would want this to be on CNN. I would want this to be on Fox News, and I am not a supporter of Fox News. I would want everyone to watch it. Okay? So, With that, I will say goodbye. Goodbye, Valerie, or goodbye, Claudia. Man proposes and God disposes. Valerie, I love that. And Claudia said, I'm actually barefoot. So, again, guys, stop stalling. Stop stalling. Bye now. Remember, I do love you.